So, welcome everyone. This releasing support call from Free Flow Releasing. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, thank you for the call.
Good. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Um, so we're going to start with an opening cleanup. So let's take some deep breaths. Breathe deep down into your belly. And try to make the breathing even. You can, for example, count the number of heartbeats and have the same number on the in-breath as the out-breath. If you have trouble doing that, you can feel your pulse, for example. And just allow yourself to arrive in this moment, this here and this now. And could you just allow yourself to be? Could you just allow yourself to be as you are right now? And allow yourself and things as they are right now to just be okay as best you can. Let's become alive to our senses. When we are sensing, we are less in our heads. The more you sense, the less you're in your head. So just allow yourself to listen to whatever sounds are there. Be my voice, the sound of the computer, whatever other sounds are in your life. Listening is a very passive process. It's more of an allowing than a doing. That's what we are trying to get to here. Just allow yourself to see whatever you see, whether your eyes are closed or not. And allow yourself to feel the feeling of the air on your skin, the clothes on your body, the weight of your body on whatever surface it's sitting on or lying on. Just allow yourself to arrive even more. And as best you can, let go of wanting anything to happen and let go of wanting anything to end. Just check and see if just review your life situation right now. Check and see if there's anything you're wanting to change or control. Could be something you really want to happen, something you really don't want to happen. Could be a person you want to behave differently. Could be that you're wanting to control yourself. Whatever comes to mind, feel into that sense of wanting. And you might notice that wanting is always a sense of lack. It's a lacking control and wanting to have it. So in a way, you're stating that you're not having control. So could you let go of that sense of lacking control? And just answer that truthfully. There's no forcing here. Whatever answer you might have, you might notice, if you feel into it, a slight release, a sense of lightness, freedom, or happiness. And that's what we are looking for here. And check again if there's more of that. Lacking control, wanting control. And could you just open up and let that go? Allow that to soften and lighten. It's like opening up your hands gently. And check and see if there's any sense of lacking love, wanting love. Could be from a partner, husband or wife, a friend, co-worker. It could be lacking your own love or approval. It could be a wanting to love. Feeling of that love is not there. Could you just open up and let go the sense of lacking? It's not something you do with your mind, with your heart, with your being. And check and see if there's more. It could be about the same person. It could be wanting approval for something you did. It could be the opposite, disapproval. Someone, something, withholding of love. Whatever it is, could you just let it go? And as you let go, you might notice that you open more to love. Perhaps the easiest thing is starting with yourself, for ourselves. So could you give yourself some love and approval, just as you are in this moment? Could you love yourself even more? Could you allow that love to shine on your life and on your world? And check and see if there's any sense of being insecure, wanting security, wanting safety, wanting survival. Could be about politics, could be about finances, could be a general sense of insecurity. You might take a look around in your room where you are and ask yourself, am I safe right now? So could you let go of that sense of lacking safety and wanting it? And some more. And you can feel into it and see if there's more of that sense of insecurity. Could be about the same person or thing or something else. Could you let go of lacking safety, wanting safety? And let's go deeper. Check and see if there's any sense of being separate. Could manifest as a lack of connection with people, a lack of connection with yourself, lack of connection with life, with the universe, with God, whatever word you want to use. And could you let go of lacking oneness, wanting oneness? As you open to the oneness that is already here. Would you let the barriers go? And check and see if there's more coming up for you that's stopping you from being present, from being. And could you just let that go? I'll feel now into what's present after you let go. There might be a sense, big or small, a sense of lightness, freedom, happiness. The words you use are not important. What's important is that sense, that feeling. Could you tune into that? Give yourself to that. And allow that to amplify as we listen to the silence together. And just feel into the peace that is actually always available. So thank you. You can open your eyes. They were closed. Just gently come back. You can try to stay in this energy as we continue the call. And I just want to ask, is there anybody here who is new to releasing? So you can type it in the chat. Or... Okay, good. So I already have one hand up. That's very good. So, Bobby.
Namaste.
Yes.
I'm just smiling. That cleanup together. Yummy.
Okay, good.
So hi to release, like, right? In cap. I met you yesterday in Kareem Bosch's class.
What?
I met you yesterday in Kareem Bosch's, I think. Stephen Wynn, maybe?
Oh, yeah. I was there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he said,
Perfect
then he
time.
introduced you. Then that's how I got to your website. So
Oh, cool. Yeah,
yes, very, very cool. I love releasing, and I love releasing in groups too.
Yes, a nice
Um,
thing.
so thank you for your service. Everybody that does these calls and has the websites and your level of commitment, it really does shine on us all. So thank you, man.
It's
Um,
it's a pleasure for me to have the calls as well because I release along and it's very
oh,
giving for me to have them as well. So, and I really enjoyed that. I haven't been to Steve Wynn before. So it was a beautiful person, beautiful call.
oh yes.
Mm.
So that's a gain, the togetherness, the community, the
Uh,
releasing community just keeps expanding. That's what I'm noticing. I'm lucky to be on uh the wave of that. It just kind of finds all this stuff finds me. It's like I don't even seek. It's like, wow.
mm,
So in present time, what could Bobby, I could use some support. And again, is I've been working with a financial goal and it's been in flow, really. I've been making my goal, my weekly monetary goal the last few weeks. And um that's such a gain of releasing on a goal and letting whatever comes up. And so it's great. So
you
in
know,
saying that, yeah. Um, I notice in my work I still have sometimes lack confidence when I get like a new client, or even like this one client I have that I'm going to go see later, this really wealthy man, he's wonderful and he's been a client for years and years. I still get like it's not resistance, but if like there's some kind of clutching comes up
okay.
still. So thank you so much, everybody, for releasing along.
Mm, yeah. So, and you just feel into that clutching.
Yes.
You can even breathe deeply into it. Can you find any wanting in it?
And safety.
So, can you just lean into that wanting safety? Can feel into it.
Yes.
Can you let it go?
Yes.
Beautiful. And what's there now?
A continual opening. I feel in my chest and a little bit of wanting to pull that back in, wanting to pull that want back in on myself.
Okay. Uh,
Habituation is there. A
exactly.
tendency is there.
Uh, so, can you take a look at that habituation?
Thank you. Yes.
And can you let go of expecting that to happen in the future?
Yes. The mind says no.
Okay. Who needs the mind?
Right. Right.
So, can you even open to feeling safe even when the mind is starting its stories?
Yes.
Can you let go resisting whatever the mind is saying?
Oh, yes.
Can you even just give the mind some love? Just pat it. It's just trying to protect you. So can you just give it some love and reassurance?
Yeah. Yes.
And someone.
Yes.
Even
Whew. Empty again.
beautiful. So when you look back at the whole thing, does it feel? How does it feel?
Lighter, playful.
So
Just
could
nice. Just one, like a lot of oneness with these people and my clients. It feels like my clients.
so could you open to becoming even lighter and more playful?
Yes.
Could you send some love to your interaction with clients?
Yes. Yes.
And just to be honest, I can, in my interaction when I have these calls, I sometimes can be nervous before I start the call. Then I jump into it, and the more I help people, the better I feel myself. So just everybody's keeping on growing and also. So it's all very beautiful.
Bobby's not here anymore. Thank you.
Okay. Good releasing, good releasing. So
Really grateful. Wonderful to be together to release. Thank you.
thanks the same. Thanks for coming, and feel free to invite people. As you
Yeah, I
see,
did. I sent out, my friend Pauline's here today, and yeah, I'm happy to do that. And I have invited other people. I sent some people your link. Yeah.
okay, great, 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 great.
Thank you.
Very cool. Okay, thank you. So very few of the regulars here today. So we have Joanna.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay. You too? Good. I feel a little stressed because I got a reprimand, not a hard one, but just a gentle reprimand from my counselor, for the sick leave. And I stayed home with Daniel yesterday, and then I have a lot of meetings. The all different parts around Daniel and legal stuff, they call me up to meetings, and it hit that time and I couldn't be at two places at once. And yesterday Daniel really needed to stay home after some tick bites. And so yes, I got a reprimand and I feel like they expect way too much of me.
Okay. So that sense of stress. Are you in touch with that now?
Mm-hmm.
Can you say that's a feeling, a sense that safety is not here? Is that right?
I'm not sure what I'm feeling.
Okay. Okay.
I think I'm feeling a little of each of everything. It's a little turmoily.
Okay. There's a lacking feeling.
But there's definitely a lack of safety. There's this everything.
Okay. Okay. So you just lean into that feeling of lack. Maybe you breathe.
Yeah. I mostly feel the unsafe feeling.
So that sense of lacking safety and wanting to have it. Could you let that go?
Yes. There's a kind of resistance feeling. I feel like they're pushing at me, and I feel like I'm wanting to push back.
Mm.
And I feel a little like I'm being pulled from one side to another. Once they give me advice to take better care of the body, and I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. Now I get a reprimand for taking care of the body because I need to be more at work. So, and it's a far drive, it's dangerous. They told me myself to stay, and they don't see any improvement over the summer. So I kind of feel like, what do they expect from me? So that's the resistance and something else.
So could you let go of resistance? Could you let go of pushing back?
Yes. And there was grief. A lot of grief came up at the meeting, and I started to cry. I felt like I disapprove of myself that I feel like I'm such a softie that each time someone gives me a reprimand, I start crying.
Will you be okay with that? It's soft.
No.
So you're resisting being soft.
Yeah.
Will you let go of the resistance to that? And everybody remember to release along all wishes.
There's a wanting of approval.
So could you let go of wanting approval, lacking?
Yes. And there's another layer of it, because I know anger is higher than grief, and I wouldn't want myself to be in that meeting when I'm angry.
Okay.
So that's wanting approval.
Could you let go of that one for approval?
Yes. And separation. Because I know that they receive a lot of angry people. There's a lot of people who are frustrated. They scold them back, or and I want to be separate from that.
So could you let go of wanting to be separate?
Yes.
That sense of damned if you do and damned if you don't. Will you be open to letting that go?
Yes.
Will you be open to the situation unfolding differently?
Yes.
Will you send some love to other people?
Mm. Yes. And I think the boss of my counselor got a reprimand, and that's why she needed to forward it.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is because she's been so kind and so helpful, and suddenly she was still kind, but you know, she had to say what she had to say, and it was a little harsh. But she told me that she needs to follow a law of her bosses, and she hasn't been fully. They, you know, they, yeah. So I'm definitely not loving her bosses.
Okay, okay. So could you feel the compassion in that observation?
No, they're stuck-up snobs who have everything handed on a silver platter, and they think everyone just.
Okay. Could you let that disapproval go?
Yes.
And what's that?
Much more disapproval coming.
Okay, good, good.
I even hate the cars they're driving.
Such a good opportunity for releasing.
The air out of the wheels of the cars.
Good. So just
I wouldn't do that. I just needed to see that in my mind. That's a little anger coming.
feel all the disapproval. Yeah,
Yes.
just allow it to come. Even try to feel it without the stories around.
Mm.
See if you can give them some space and allow them to move and unravel.
Yeah. I feel a feeling of distrust. Like I don't really trust anyone. I don't trust even, you know, if people do their jobs professionally. I just don't trust anyone fully. So it's one thing, safety.
So could you let go, wanting safety?
Yes.
That thought that you don't trust anyone. Could you be open to letting that go as best you can?
Well, the feeling is really no, if I have to be honest.
Okay. Good.
It feels like I need to be safe by not trusting. I need to be careful. So it's just a deeper layer of lack of trust.
So could you let go of wanting safety without distrust?
Yes.
And some more.
Yeah. There's more grief. It's kind of between grief and apathy, a sense around this thing.
So could you let the grief, apathy go?
Yes. And the grief and apathy, there is wanting to escape, wanting to be separate, but it's mostly wanting to escape, to run away, to rebel, all those.
So
Oh, control. The strongest, the one holding them together is wanting control.
loosen your grip. Let go.
Yes.
What's that?
Just checking. Because the root of it all was wanting control. It's blank, whatever that means. Sometimes it means blank, sometimes it means I released.
Is it good blank or a bad blank?
An empty blank. I feel good.
Good.
Yeah, I feel empty. I don't feel uncomfortably empty. I feel empty as an empty, and empty is fine. It's quiet.
Okay.
It's comfortable, so I will take it as a good.
So feels complete for now, or
Yeah, well, I have another topic, but I can come back at it. Maybe someone else wants to get a.
we can check and
Mm,
come back to you.
yeah, if no one raises their hand, we can continue.
We can go. Does anybody have anything? We have time anyway for more persons, more things, because we normally go for 1.5 hours. So if anybody wants some releasing assistance, you can raise your hand. And if not, we can continue
Okay.
with
So in 2 weeks I have a bigger tooth operation, and I've never had problems with teeth, but it's a very old tooth. So I am resisting that, and I'm also wanting control. I want the end result to be a healthy, and yeah, I did made a goal statement. It's just a healthy, comfortable, strong tooth, and long lasting, because it hasn't been very long lasting.
tooth or
So
teeth.
what? Just one tooth. That's
Okay.
been giving me trouble for a lot of years. I get a new filling every year or other year, kind of 1 to 2 years, and I've had enough.
So when you feel into that resistance, that pushing away,
Yes.
could you allow that to soften? You might notice it does, and you must notice it, feel it. So
Yes.
add some
Yes. And I have a gentle pain in the tooth permanently. Nothing that, but it's there. So I am wanting safety.
so could you let go of safety?
Mm. And the mistrust comes. I don't even trust the dentists. I don't trust the process. I don't trust the tooth will be lasting. And I really resist because it's going to be very expensive.
Could you let go of the system?
Yes. The mistrust is wanting control over the end result of the tooth and the dentists.
So could you let go of wanting control?
Yes.
Can you now notice if you feel lighter,
I
free,
do.
more in contact with cat?
Yes.
From this place, would you send some love to your tooth?
Yes.
Could you open to it getting healthier?
Yes.
Can you get in touch with your goal?
With my goal? Some of the sound doesn't come through, so I couldn't hear it.
Can you get in touch with your goal?
Oh, it was goal. Okay, yeah. I kind of feel some resistance to believing it becoming the truth.
So could you let that go?
Yes. I am identifying with the lack of the goal. It's like I'm not identifying with the goal. That's the feeling.
You're identifying with the
It's like I am not identifying with the goal. The goal would be me identifying with having a healthy tooth, but when I think the goal, I don't believe it because I identify with the problematic tooth. So I have an identity with that my tooth is problematic. That's it.
so could you feel into that identity as the one with problematic tooth?
Yes.
Can you let that go?
Yes.
Can you open to getting a healthy tooth?
Yes. It feels possible now,
Great.
a little, but that's enough for now. I mean, not enough, but it's an improvement. So,
But could you just open to it becoming tiny little bit more possible? Not too much. Don't overdo it.
yeah, I know. I don't want to overdo it. Yes.
Can you open to it becoming even more possible?
Yeah, that feels like pushing it a little. But yeah, I can. There was a little resistance, but I just let it go along.
How's it feeling now?
Well, it went to wanting safety from my ex-boyfriend and from life in general. Just,
So could you let go of wanting safety?
yes.
And
I feel still some unsafety.
so could you let go of it?
Yes.
Could you open to the okayness of this moment as best you can?
Yes.
Handsome.
Yes.
How is it?
It's okay. It's better. That's good. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for raising them.
Thanks to you too.
So, does anybody have any requests for group releases? Did you want to say anything, Bobby? Yeah.
Um, that was really great. Again, it's a gain to release along because I have some dental stuff coming up too, and So that was just so perfect. Thank you for your topic. Um, I would go for a group release on allowing myself to really see everybody else as me.
Oh, interesting, interesting.
It just helps with the political climate here and just everything, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's noticeable over in Norway as well that there's lots of division.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and there's division here as well. So it's a good, very good topic. So, thanks for that suggestion. So check and see if there's any sense of division when thinking about or relating with other people. It could be about politics, it could be about culture, it could be about ideas. And you can ask yourself, are you sure that that division is true? You may ask yourself, are you really that different? Often we hold differences in mind, not because we want different things, but because our analysis is are different. So analysis is wanting control, wanting to be right, wanting to be the one that's figured it all out. But could you let go of that identifying of yourself as right? Could you let go of identifying the other or the others as wrong? No matter what it's about. And often we demonize our seeming opponents. But the humanity is common to us all. Could you let go of identifying the other or the others as bad? Check and see if there's any disapproval coming up towards another person, other people. Remember the saying, you're pointing your finger at one person, you're pointing 4 fingers at yourself. So that poison of disapproval, could you let that go? You may ask yourself, is it serving anybody or serving anything to keep holding on to that disapproval? And if the mind comes up with a reason, could you let that go? Could you let go of disapproval? Could you open to having love, feeling love for that other person or those other persons? Could you open to having empathy towards that person or those persons? Could you let all the stories surrounding this or those persons, that person, as best you can, could you let them go? Could you even open to seeing or feeling some goodness in? Often when we paint the devil on the wall, that is what we get. Maybe not for the same reason that we thought was right. We behave hostile towards the other person because we expect them to be hostile, and the circle continues. Could you forgive yourself and forgive the other person for the other persons? Could you forgive your side and the other side and open to the goodness of both sides? Check and see if there's any sense of being unsafe around the other person around the other side. Could you let go of that sense of unsafety? Could you lay down your guard? Lay down your arms, your weapons. And open to the possibility of peace. Could you let go of any more insecurity? Could you let go of lacking security, lacking safety, lacking survival? Very often that sense is just in ourselves, it's not real. So could you let go of lacking safety, wanting safety, and open to peace and love? And check and see if there's any sense of being separate from the other person, from the other side. Could you let go of that sense of separation? Could you let that go even more? As you open to the unity of all beings, could you open to the possibility that all beings are yourself stretched out? Could you open to the love in that? Could you send some love to yourself, your side? Could you send some love to the other person or persons, to the other side? Could you allow that love to be the bridge between? Just take some time to feel into the peace and love. Thank you. How was that, Bobby?
It was awesome. Thank you. Mostly because of the group energy. You can really feel everybody being present together. So
Mm,
it's great.
mm, mm. So I'm gonna cut that out and put it in my Facebook group that we release eventually to help all the people that are struggling with this division. So it feels like there's a lot of it in this situation. So does anybody else have something to share or something they want assistance with? Or we're just going to go into the closing cleanup first. Okay. So just pick a topic for the closing cleanup for yourself. The situation or feeling, whatever you wish for different. Something that bothers you. Just feel into that. Since it's there, it's already there, that topic, that situation. So in a way, it's already allowed. Still, there might be some uncomfortableness, some not okayness with that. And could you just notice that? Might stir up some wanting control, approval, security, oneness, or separation. Could you just notice that? That noticing is often enough. Remind ourselves that releasing is not as much an active process, it's more a passive process. So could you just notice? Notice that that wanting is already allowed. since it's already in your experience. Could you just notice the sense of the personal in this? The sense of me or mine. This is the reason that most of us are struggling. As we live in the small world of me and my problems perpetuate. So could you welcome and notice whatever is beyond this? The vastness, the peace, the silence. Thank you. And when you're ready, and open your eyes if they're closed and gently come back. Just allow this good energy to stay with you as you continue your day. Thanks for coming.
Many blessings. Thank you, Team Lester. Lester says another word for love both is allowing and togetherness. He says togetherness is another name for love. So I'm thankful for your beautiful lead today.
Thank you. Hope to see you again.
Yes. Do you do it once a month? You do a call?
No, I do it every week. Every week.
Oh,
Or
oh,
every
good.
week.
Right,
Thanks.
right through election time. Okay. I'll see you again. Namaste.